forever and ever until Reagan. He was a glimmer of hope. And now Trump is like, wow, he's a light worker from the heavens.
We're drinking Kool-Aid there, aren't we?
Really? So it's refreshing.
It's so nice. Oh, she's beautiful. Cheese, lady. Very cute.
I work for Trump. Son, get back out here. It's good television. It's good television. I mean, from optics, you got protester, you got cowbell. It's good television. So if he lives at 11, he'll get here about 11:30. 10 minutes.
I've been
want to be able to get her set up, and I got to get this situated. I'm surprised that cool. I would just say it's safe to say he's broadcasting live. screen from the car. Yeah, it was there at first. It was there at first. Mind you, he took that photo of us. I wanted to send me an email. Share it. So what happened in Congress lately? They're going to bury Joe Biden yet or put him in a nursing home?
Brian, take this next to my behavior.
Shocking, isn't it?
That's a great conversation. Nothing.
Can you believe it?
Nothing. Yes, I know.
Melania Trump got a priest to do an exorcism of the White House before they moved in.
Yes, exactly.
It's a spiritual battle. That's cool. It's becoming clearer and clearer. We call this a motorcade. Cam.
And I said a couple of expletives. But you know what? I don't really give a shit.
You heard of Celine Dion, Canadian singer? She's number 13 or something in the family. The doctor said to her mother, you should abort. And her mother went to the priest. The priest said, don't you dare. And so Celine Dion thanks the priest who saved her life from abortion. I got my this is on off track now a little bit. Is she being vaccinated? Danbury. Yep. So she's out of action now.
Like flying in your face.
Yes.
Any minute?
I believe they were in the car.
You're in the car right now. Vaccine Danbury.
Sir, are you with this microphone? Do you plan on it coming off? Or
Yes,
no?
100%.
You want it, okay? You tell me that.
The wrong one to go on.
I figured it was the right one.
They need to send this to us now. This is a better look right now. This is much better look.
Control room.
Yeah!
There's a lot of people out here who want to go to
Quick question. So I was there. Footage images of what I did. I suspected Antifa. I've been trying to share it. And that's to your Instagram. I have video of people warning the crowd. John, they're probably going to break off, similar to what was going on with Alex Jones on the other side. But this is on the more western side of the county. So I've been trying to share it. And it over
I'm trying to bring it up, but I can't without jumping off. So what's happening in Contempt?
Okay. Very loud.
There it is.
This guy was proud.
So we need to get placed. Hey, Harry. Yeah. Let me hit start.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've been streaming that for the last 2 years. All right, appreciate it. Very loud. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What are you doing dressed like that? And they just stood completely silent.
This guy was by himself.
Okay, what are we doing? Move down. We're going to pull right around here.
I know, I heard you that. Here we go.
I know, we're getting together.
They get tossed to us. This is the better visuals right now. This is it.
Cars coming surround me. They wanted me to get out of the car.
You're on your way.
Yeah.
Right? They wanted me out of the car. I said, no, I'm not getting out of the car. For what?
You got a flat tire.
Yeah, so I just so happen to have my MAGA hat and a trucker in the car.
And when he leaves, he's probably going to go walk into prison. He also thinks it's not Steve Bannon.
Oh yeah, that's the plan?
I think it would be good for him. There is no plan. It's not.
All right.
We like the J6 control point.
That's it.
That's what it fits you. Yeah, I was looking right on the shoulder.
I've been trying to share that.
This is the visual right here. This is it right here.
Like nobody cares or it's
5 minutes.
Eric,
like the
Holder.
I think it's going to come out eventually. We're going to start to see that evidence. Yeah, I will.
He's a judge also.
Okay.
You'll see it tonight somewhere.
The mail truck. The mail truck. The mail truck.
Sure, right. I thought about even just mailing hard copies.
I'm money out the one with better. Some of the low cops forget about it. When they don't know, right out on fingerprints.
Here we go.
All right.
Your shot's up right now.
I didn't want to say this.
The power comes.
And he escorted me out. By the way,
I literally just told him, hey, I got a dentist appointment I forgot about. I'll be back around lunchtime.
All over. Look over that way.
he's on the show.
What's that? Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
This is very sad right here. I'm watching it.
Scary. If Steve wasn't on his way on that, people would be dropping off this thing so fast. It's like a snooze fest.
Visuals beat audio. Yeah. Even if I didn't like it, it's so incredible. Okay, hey, he's turning by that Starbucks. Let's make that right
I
hand
got this
turn.
one from the hotel.
Hey, I think we all need to volunteer on weekends and redo his bushing out front too. I'll send him a contribution to redo the plans. Poor guy.
I know.
I'm going to try to stand them up when they leave.
Yeah. They actually will kind of.
He'll come back.
They'll come back.
It's a crime scene over there.
Yes.
But they need to toss to us about 2-3 minutes out so we can set it up. Because they won't know in the studio. They're just. Yeah, you usually but because it may be less in like 40 minutes. Have an escort out. Where?
Where is he?
The accent?
CNN.
Yous ain't done that yet? I mean, you don't need to know.
That's excellent.
I say, I'm going to teach you to get rocks out.
You're using vulgarity.
I know. That's the Bronx album day. We have a lot of fun. I had some old videos from last Saturday from our caravan.
You get together? Yeah. Wouldn't want to be any other place right now?
I think a few minutes out.
Yeah, a few minutes out.
I never say anything about it. Anything like that before you. Yeah.
Hey, as soon as he gets in there, hey Terry, as soon as he gets, they need to come to us to show their arrival. Yeah. This is.
How many pounds you can lose?
Sorry, I'm missing the show. I don't know. Maybe they have good food in there.
He's built some muscle.
Is that the movie about
Get out of your way.
That's CNN. Real American Voice of these guys.
Frank Rosa.
Are they going to let Steve stop here and give a little talk? Citizen in 2018. But I had 2 votes and they were both stolen from me, so what happened?
Where's Matt?
I hope they fix the system. That's your job.
We're trying. I'm only one of 435.
Yes.
Are there that many? They're all backbenchers.
That's awful. That's the trouble.
Yeah, it's awful. No one ever shows up. I don't know anybody's name.
What about Ron Paul? Is he still alive? Ron Paul, he ran for president.
Hey, Harry, roll it up. Don't. To us.
What group of pirates is out here today?
1776!
Yeah!
1774 and 1775. Want to thank you, Ray, for coming. Want to thank the Real America's Voice audience, and make sure Harry, all the team back there, and everybody in D.C. Want to thank all the supporters, and even want to thank the non-supporters, right? That's your right to protest. Only 2. We'll convert you guys.
She's paid. She's from D.C. She just comes to noise people.
How did we get a congressman up here? Come up here for a second. How did we get a How did a congressman show up here in Danbury prison?
Well, I recognize what all the people watching
Welcome back, Stevie, you said.
recognize that this is a war, and it's a political war, and it's a political persecution, and it shouldn't be happening, Steve. So I came here to support you, support the American people, the January 6th defendants who were wrongly prosecuted, and President Trump.
Let's face it, we got some media that. First off, I want to thank everybody here for turning out today. Remember that the show is going to be bigger and better than ever. We got all kind of co-hosts. Nothing's going to change. It's going to be incredible. Right? Next man up. Right? Next man up.
Yeah!
Next man up. 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 It doesn't matter that I'm going to prison. If it took me going to prison, come here. If it took me going to prison to get the House of Representatives to reject J6 and now to actually start an investigation, it's a victory, right?
That is a victory, and that's what we have to do, Steve. We have to move the Republicans in the House of Representatives to act and actually do the job that the people voted for them and sent them to Congress to do. People didn't vote for Republicans to go to Congress and do nothing. They voted for Republicans to do their job. And sitting around and saying, oh, we're going to wait, we're just going to wait, that is not good enough. And they're going to hear from people all over the country. This is multiplying the War Room posse by 10,000, Steve.
Thank you so much.
Look, this is a Democrat
Hopefully
district.
10,000%.
Yeah, but look, this is a Democrat district, and where's
Yes.
the Democrats?
Yes.
Where are
Yes.
they? They're
Yes.
nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, folks, if it took me going to prison, girls, remember, the reason I chose Danbury, I asked for Danbury for a very specific reason. Back in the only other person that's ever been sent to prison for a congressional subpoena, not going to a House subpoena, for contempt, held in contempt, was Ring Lardner, Jr. Back in the 1940s, during the House Un-American Activity investigation, Columbia Studio fired him, okay, because of his political beliefs. And then he was found guilty. They sent it to the DOJ. He was sent to prison. He was sent to this prison. That's why I requested Danbury, because there's no difference in his fight than in our fight. I'm a political prisoner of Nancy Pelosi. I'm a political prisoner of Merrick Garland. I'm a political prisoner of Joe Biden and the corrupt Biden establishment. And you saw on Thursday all the lies that they told, right? All the lies they told. Any group that would sit there and lie to you about the shape of the President of the United States with the national security element of that, lied about the 2020 election, they've lied about COVID, they've lied about everything that they've done to the American people, and they're not going to stop. Until we stop them, they're not going to stop. And the way you stop them is you do things that says, hey, if they're going to send me to prison, it's not going to matter if we take this fight and take it up the next level, okay? Anybody from the press have a question? Is that Sarah Murray of CNN? I don't want to talk about my conversations with the president, but I think you can see on his Truth Social, he's very supportive. And remember, the most important thing, that was Sarah Murray, the great CNN reporter. Sarah, the most important thing to remember is President Trump is going to be sentenced to prison on July 11th. Me going here for 4 months is nothing. They're going in a very sham trial, totally illegal. They are going to sentence Donald J. Trump, the greatest president of the 20th and 21st century, to prison in a sham trial in New York on July 11th. So I know he supports this. Okay, it's very important. Sarah Murray asked, well, how can I influence the campaign? How can I do War Room? You can't run a business from a federal prison. I have no intention of doing anything in the business. But I have a First Amendment right. I have a First Amendment right to have my voice heard. And my voice is going to be heard every day. And more importantly, their voices are going to be heard, right? You don't need my voice. We're a populist movement. We're a populist movement. When I say next man up, it's just not our other hosts. It's just not Congressman Green and Matt Gaetz and all the people that support the show. It's all these people. These are our co-hosts, right? That's why this is only going to get bigger. It's Nancy Pelosi and Merrick Garland that made me a martyr, right? But martyrs die, and I'm far from dead, baby. And this right here grows every day. Any other questions?
Steve, we have a priest here that sued New Jersey. Father Robinson sued New Jersey when churches were shut down because of COVID. So here's somebody and guess what? He also became an American citizen in 2018.
By the way, thank you. I am going to prison. I'm proud of going to prison. I am proud of going to prison today. I am proud to go to prison. If this is what it takes to stand up to tyranny, if this is what it takes to stand up to the Garland, corrupt, criminal DOJ, if this is what it takes to stand up to Nancy Pelosi, if this is what it takes to stand up to Joe Biden, I'm proud to do it.
Bravo, bravo.
Father, can you say a few words?
I'm not authorized to talk to the media.
You're not?
No.
Well, thank you for coming.
I agree with your positions, and I'll be praying for you. I'm in the St. Ignatius Retreat House, 15 minutes away.
You are?
Yeah, I'll get you whatever you need.
Father, don't pray for me. Pray for our enemies.
Yeah.
Right? Pray.
They need
They're the ones who are going to need the prayers. Thank you, Father.
St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander through the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Ave Maria Purissima. God bless you.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
praying for
Amen.
you.
Thank you,
At
Father.
your service.
Appreciate it.
Yours too.
Nice job, Bill Robinson. Every day.
How you doing? Thanks for coming. You read all the trials, weren't you? You're from CBS News, ABC. You see, we have a representative ABC. Did you like the way I bench pressed Jonathan Karl yesterday? Did you like the Jonathan Karl interview?
I know he asked me, but I want to stated with a priest and a congresswoman, do you have any regrets about defying a congressional?
Come over here, I can't.
You were standing with a priest and a congresswoman.
Yes.
Do you have any regrets about defying a congressional?
Do I have any regrets? ABC News just says that I have not only no regrets, I'm actually proud of what I did, and I felt terrible if I didn't do it.
Yes.
I don't mind going to prison today,
Yes.
particularly if Congressman Green and Matt Gaetz and Anna Paulina Luna and other warriors in the House turn the focus on Nancy Pelosi. The J6 committee was completely illegitimate in its setup. It's the reason it didn't have the impact. That didn't have the impact of Watergate. It didn't have the impact of Iran-Contra because you had no ranking member, no minority counsel. They couldn't see the evidence, and they couldn't cross-examine witnesses. We need to reconstitute the J6 committee today.
Yes!
And we need to do it in the proper way. The Democrats should have a ranking member.
Yes.
The Democrats should have a minority counsel. It could be Goldman, it could be anybody. We need to get the evidence because I'm going to tell you, when we investigate J6, you're going to see that Donald John Trump was not just completely innocent. He was the one individual that wanted to protect the Capitol and wanted to protect Washington, D.C. You're also going to find out what is the federal government's involvement in this. DHS, FBI, Department of Justice. This was a Fedsurrection. And the way we should do it is to have a complete investigation and let the Democrats have a ranking member. Let them have a minority counsel. Let them cross-examine the witnesses. Let them cross-examine Ray. Let them cross-examine Bill Barr. Let them cross-examine the people that were doing the Secretary of Defense. The American people need that truth. If it takes me going to prison to get that, I would do that any day of the week, and that's what we're trying to drive here. Councilor Green, some thoughts?
No, I totally agree with what Steve just said. That it's the lack of action in the Republican-controlled House that has been the problem all along. The fact that Steve did not obey that congressional subpoena was the right thing to do because the committee was illegitimate from the beginning. Nancy Pelosi broke her entire House rules. She broke her House rules when she created that committee. And then look at the two-tier justice system. She prosecutes Steve Bannon, they prosecute Steve Bannon, they prosecute Peter Navarro, but yet who do they not prosecute? Others that they subpoenaed. Why pick two and not prosecute others that were subpoenaed for Congress? That makes no sense whatsoever. And then they're not prosecuting Merrick Garland.
Here's the bet that Nancy Pelosi and Merrick Garland, the Biden regime, has made. They think by prosecuting me, they're going to shut down one of the top advocates for President Trump.
Not a chance.
They think they're going to say any chance of me working on the campaign. They think they're going to shut down the war room as this massive platform for MAGA. You see this right here?
Yeah!
They're never going to shut it down. They're only making it bigger. These people aren't going to be shut down. The American people have learned one thing. When their voice is heard, change happens. And that is what the war room's all about. It's only going to get bigger. So Nancy Pelosi bet the wrong way. The show's only going to get bigger. My message is only going to get bigger. The platform's only going to get bigger. So I'm proud. If it takes prison to show the American people that they're prepared to put, in the first time in history, one of the largest hosts of one of the largest shows in the nation the line we've crossed right now, and if we don't stop it right here and right now, it's going to continue. So we got to stop it, and it's not going to stop until we stop it.
We have a question for Nancy.
No, in the mic. Make sure you're speaking in the mic.
Are you ready? This exists outside. Are you personally prepared for?
I was on a destroyer for 4 years in the Navy. I am prepared for whatever prison has, right? Our prisons are run very well. The Bureau of Prisons does a great job. I'm prepared to do this. Whatever tasks I'm totally prepared, mentally, physically, everything for prison. I do it with gratitude to these people. If Nancy Pelosi and Merrick Garland are going to think that Steve Bannon and this little podcast is done from a basement in Washington, D.C. is so important that they will do something they've never done before and put a voice that supports an opposition to them in the run-up to the election. If they think that's big a deal, I will do that gladly. And whatever prison holds, prison holds. And look, I went to a military school. I served in the Navy. I've done the war room, so I'm prepared mentally and physically to go. But what's most important is that these people are empowered. If my going to prison empowers these people, I'll do it every day of the week.
That's right.
Well, first off, the question is, how am I going to be heard every day? It's very simple. You know how I'm going to be heard every day? These people right here in our host. The show's not going to change. Hey, folks, one of the reporters wants to know, how am I going to be heard every day? And I say, it's you. We're a populist movement. President Trump, they're going to put in prison. Steve Bannon's going to prison in a few minutes. Alex Jones, they're trying to liquidate. The Gateway pundit, they're trying to put in bankruptcy. It's next man up. They can't stop this. This is our power. Our power is right here. Our power is an informed and empowered American people. It doesn't matter about me. It doesn't matter about me. It doesn't matter about anybody else. They're going to try to imprison President Trump. It's next man up. What the ruling class in this country has to understand, there's nobody they can imprison. There's nobody they can assassinate. There's nobody they can bankrupt. There's nobody they can deplatform to stop the MAGA movement. MAGA's on the rise. Look what happened in France yesterday. Right? The people of France started to take back their own country from the globalists. In Germany, they're taking back their own country from the globalists. In England, Nigel Farage had a rally that was like Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, and you saw Thursday night. What Thursday night showed you, the same people that lied about the 2020 election, right? Lied about Biden, would lie for 4 years and hide that. And that was on CNN in living color. We saw exactly what it was. So no, they're going to hear my voice every day.
You have a message for former President Trump?
For former President Trump, my message, thank you. What outlet are you with? CNN? I have two. I'm going to get two. The message of President Trump is very simple. Fight on. If we don't stop, if President Trump continues to fight, victory's going to be ours. We're going to win in a landslide. We're going to pick up the Senate with 55 seats. We're going to pick up 5 seats in the House. We could win in a landslide. Remember, if he doesn't quit, they don't win. President Trump's on the path to victory. And you saw last night on CNN in all its glory what they have hit, and he was a hero for doing that. He shouldn't have debated Biden until September or October. He did it for the country to be able to expose, and took all the rules that CNN gave, right? Every rule, and I disagreed with that, and I told him that. He did that for the country. And he wanted to expose the lies of the ruling elite in this country. You have a cadaver in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue that is now a national security threat. Don't ask me. Ask Zelensky how he felt after that debacle, right? Ask Jerusalem what they felt about the debate with Netanyahu. Ask the people in Taipei what they felt after that debate. Trump did that to expose the lies of the ruling class of this country. And my only advice to him is fight as hard as you fight every day, and victory is going to be ours. Excuse me?
What advice did Trump have for you?
I think he said said today, just keep doing what you're doing. They're not going to shut down our voice. President Trump, you can see by the rally speeches, you can see what's on War Room. The War Room is the platform for the Trump movement, okay? The War Room is the platform for the MAGA movement. So President Trump's message to me is the exact same. Just continue to fight on. Should we go ahead and bounce? What time is it? Any other?
What's your opinion on the SCOTUS decision?
Hey, hang on. Where are you from? NBC? Do you like my Vaughn? I bench press Vaughn Hilliard too. So I bench press Jonathan Karl and I bench press Vaughn Hilliard. You're a brave man. We love MSNBC.
What are your thoughts on the Supreme Court hearing decision?
The Supreme Court, if you look at the last 90 hours in political history, starting with the debate, that was a debacle for the ruling class. If you look at the overturn of the Fisher decision, if you look at the killing of the Mac Daddy, the administrative state, which is the Chevron deference, okay? Then you look at Le Pen's massive victory yesterday in France. Nigel Farage now on the run in England to take over, to destroy the Tory party. If you look at Alternative for Deutschland, 100,000 Antifa have to come out to shut down their country in Germany because they're leading all throughout the world, and that's all like Brexit was in 16. That's all a predicate for 2024. And then this morning, the Supreme Court, in a 6-3, it's a massive decision, and most importantly, it proves that Jack Smith, this is a rigged game. You've had the Supreme Court of the United States 9-0 about should President Trump be on the ballot. What is it, 6-3 with Justice Brown Jackson joining us, right? Brown Jackson joining us on Friday and overturn of Fisher. And people in the Justice Department, and quite frankly, people like Andrew Weissman should be investigated and go to prison of putting innocent Americans in jail right now for felonies. And then today, the massive 6-3 win on immunity, and of course they're going to fight that. But this is just immunity. You got to absolute immunity. So for NBC News, it's quite simple. We're winning everywhere, right? And we're going to win more. This has just started. And the last 90 hours has been historic about the right wing, not just in the United States, but throughout the world.
Praise Jesus.
Anybody else?
Bernie, come here. You guys want to come and say something? You're good? By the way, I want to introduce, I got Bernie Carrick here. I got Eric Prince, my buddy. I got Mo Bannon, my daughter. She'll take over. She'll be the CEO of War Room. Hold it. Come here. Royce White, our Senate candidate. Royce, come here.
Love you, brother.
Royce White is the Republican-nominated candidate in Minnesota running against Klobuchar, another neoliberal neocon.
We won't take a single back step. That's the bottom line. You can throw him in jail all you want to, but we will not take a single back step. We understand the threat of communism. We can read. We have computers. Black people are waking up to it. You're praying that we don't wake up to it, but I'll see to it that they will. We will not take a single back step. We love this man right here. He's an American hero. It's a shame that you've let this happen. And they're coming for you next. You better understand that. You can cheer now. These idiots back here can cheer now. But when the gulag opens up, all of you will be in it next. Understand that. God bless America. Love you, brother.
Hold on. Royce White is running in Minnesota on Thursday, the Declaration of Independence, July 4th. Where are you going to be, Royce?
The heart of corruption. The Federal Reserve. You all know how the money works? I'm sure you all know how the money works. You don't like Steve because he knows how the money works. A man who went to Harvard, who was in the Navy, and who worked on Wall Street is never supposed to talk about how the system actually works. All of you know. You know what it is to be a wage slave. You know what it is to be a serf. You know you're being crushed. And yet you peddle the narrative anyway. It's disgusting.
Why on July 4th, why are you leading, you're running a campaign, why are you leading a march like you did during the situation in Minneapolis in June of 2020? Why you led a march to the Federal Reserve? Why are you going to do it now?
After George Floyd died, the focus was on police. The focus should not be on police. The global corporate community is stealing from the American people. They're getting wise to it. The Federal Reserve is the heart of the corruption. That's the bottom line. The Federal Reserve is the heart of the way the whole thing works. And we're going to go march back there where it all started on July 4th.
All right, all right. In the Fed. In the Fed. In the Fed. Eric, just get up here for a second. Eric Prince, when President Trump wins again, how important it is for us to go after the deep state, and I mean criminal investigations to break it up. Now that we got the Chevron deference, that starts to break apart the administrative state, but the deep state, the one that stole President Trump's first term, the one that helped steal President Trump's second victory. What do we have to do?
Elections must have consequences. The real constitutional crisis is we're supposed to have 3 branches of government. We have 4. The 4th must be accountable to the American people. Enough of the permanent bureaucracy. It's why we're failing. It's why America's standing around the world is collapsing. It's why every foreigner I encounter asks, please get Trump back in office. America can't stand any more of this insanity. And I would also say, we turn my friend Steve Bannon over to the guards at the prison here. We will be here in 4 months to collect him in good health, maybe a little thinner and in better shape, but we expect that they take good care of him, or there'll be accountability for that as well.
What do you recommend we do with the FBI, DOJ, the CIA, DNI, all of it on the afternoon of January 2025?
First
what does
of
President
all,
Trump have to do?
It's the power of the purse. All those hyper-bloated organizations need to go on a severe diet. They do a lot of really stupid things. They will be less stupid inevitably if they are smaller.
So you're saying break them up? You agree with that?
Yeah, totally agree.
Jump up here.
Yeah.
So tell us what Eric, what is Eric talking about?
Thank you very much, Eric. And that there's been a message sent. Steve will be fine for 4 months, and thank you for that. And Eric is absolutely right, everyone. The American government is overgrown. It's turned into a monster, and the American people are having to pay for it all, to the point they're over $34.5 trillion in debt. This is unsustainable no matter how you vote, Republican or Democrat. And Americans need to say enough of it. We've got to shrink down the federal government. We need to slash down the giant agencies. We need to reduce it down and get control of its power. It's totally out of control. And that is absolutely the message that Americans say every single day on streets everywhere. I'd like to go back to Nancy Pelosi, Steve, if I'm... You know, everyone needs to ask Nancy Pelosi, why wasn't the National Guard at the Capitol on January 6th?
Amen, amen.
She is responsible as Speaker of the House for the security of the Capitol. I was a brand new member of Congress. I'd only been there 3 days. 3 days. I could have been killed because of Nancy Pelosi. She did not secure the Capitol for anyone, but she made sure that she's always protected with armed guards with guns, while her and her party work hard to take the Second Amendment rights and guns away from Americans. This is who the Democrats are. They're the party that wants to take away your security while they keep it for themselves. They're the party that will bring in the National Guard by 30,000 after January 6th to tell America that they have taken over the federal government. That's who the Democrats are. They're the party that will shut you down and take away your First Amendment, destroy your small business, take away your children's education, and force you to stay in your homes, all for tyranny so they can control all of it and affect an election. The Democrats are the party covering up a president with dementia. And they've been covering it up.
Yes.
They have all known that Joe Biden has had dementia since 2019. And they have lied and lied and lied to your face. And then they dare call President Trump a liar. They stand behind a man that has no clue what he's saying, what he's doing, and he has the nuclear codes. They stand behind that. And then they sit there and accuse President Trump of a lying, and America knows he's telling the truth, and they agree with President Trump, and that needs to be said more and more. President Trump is telling the truth, and it's the Democrats who are the liars.
Amen. I see all the Lao Beijing here, okay? Not one... Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Take down... This show's not going to back off. This show's not going to back off 1 foot. from taking down the Chinese Communist Party and having the brave people and the noble people in China's back. The Lao Beijing will eventually run and rule China like they should have. Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Take down the CCP! Okay, we're going to wrap up here for a second. I'm going to pass the baton over to the team at the War. Mo, the CEO, you got a few words to say?
You guys on the left think by putting him in there you're going to silence him. Steve Bannon's voice will not be silenced while he's in there, and War Room will not be silenced.
All right. Whoa. Okay, I want to thank Real America's Voice. I want to thank all the media for coming out here today, including I tell you, if this is a lesson that if we can help CNN and NBC and ABC News, you know, our brethren over there, they're a little misguided. In Fox News, the Murdochs, this is just a step that we make in that direction, okay? Rob Sig, Parker Sig, Brian Glenn, our great reporter, Harry, the production team, want to thank everybody that did this. We're going to pass it back to the studio. Remember, just two things. Victory or death. And what I mean by that, we either win or you're going to have the death of a constitutional republic. It's next man up. Everybody here, you've got to step into the breach. Everybody in the home audience has got to step into the breach. I'm going to be here, but my voice is not going to be silent. And the reason it's not is because of you. Okay.
Father, I'd like to do a blessing.
I want to give you a blessing before you go.
Okay.
Bow your head and pray for God's blessing. Pax et benedictio Deo omnipotentis, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, descendat super vos et maneat semper. Amen.
Amen.
Bless you. I'm at your service.
Thank you, Father.
Give me a call.
Victory or death. We'll turn it back over to Real America's Voice. It's time for me to surrender up at Danbury.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
I hope you don't go next into prison, but God bless you. Keep it up. Man, oh man.
Godspeed, Patriot.
Father, I'll text you. I'll call you. We'll see you. Susan. Yeah, I will. I'm coming to you.
Speechless, guys. Watch your step. All right, coming in, guys. Coming in.
Go on, War Room, baby.
I'm trying to get you in there. Clear the way.
No, it's a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Steve Bannon, don't worry, we're going to storm the jail like we did on January 6th.
Steve, do you think he's going to stick by you? Steve, do you think he's going to stick by you? Steve, do you think he's going to stick by you?
Guys, let's storm the time.
Coming through.
Bernie, going to the right.
Sorry, Bernie, that was AOC for president. Hey, I know that guy! I know that fucking loser! We want a good Google search. Yeah. That's my name. B-R-I-N. Her kids got taken away. That's why she's
What are we doing after this? Are we starting the bell?
That's what you're going to find. Enjoy the toilet one.
Be careful. No.
I'll take you to see that.
Guys, give them space. Let's go.
You guys are letting the man your flag. That flag is blocking this.
Back up.
No, you did. Here we go. You did. Enjoy the toilet one.
Brian.
Thank you for your service.
You're about headquarters.
I am well worth the $50.
I thought he was the county centralist guy.
That's totally illegal. That's the one who hit me with the cowbell. She sprayed me with some
down that rabbit hole, you get so embarrassed.
You're going to be so embarrassed. You're going to be so embarrassed. Small penises. Small penises for Trump. Small penis. Mushroom penis for Trump. O'Brien's going live again. O'Brien's going live again.
You got to use dirty language, really.
Come on, let's measure them. Let's measure them. Take yours out,
Take yours
sweetie.
out. Take it
Take
out.
yours out.
Take it out. Whip
Let's
it
see
out.
how big it is.
You're disgusting.
Whip it out. Whip it out. Whip it out.
It's too close.
No, we get paid. They get paid by the...
Disgusting.
One thing which I wanted to know from him. How's that diner he went for lunch?
No problem, buddy. Have a great day.
Yeah, I know.